the shadows, the now and the light. The vanguard is here and they will be polite. The ruin is stirring, her cult's getting brash. Our heroes must stop them, let's all becomes ash. Hunt all the red talents and give them the blade. Civilization they're trying to save. Evil and mayhem have a new foe. The vanguard will teach you the meaning of woe. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Dungeons and Debuckles podcast. I am your host and Dungeon Master Kevin. Going around the table, Blake.
Hey, I'm Blake, and I will be playing, as I go and look at my character sheet, Cinnamon, the Tabaxi Warlock.
And Hannah.
I'm Hannah, and I'll be playing Leandre Fields, the Tabaxi Ranger.
And
also,
John.
I have allergies. I apologize.
And John.
Monday you can stay inside. Tuesday, Wednesday, stay inside. Thursday you can stay inside. It's Friday, stay inside. I'm playing Mjömjö, Dragonborn Cleric of Bahamut.
And Shane.
That's me playing Horatius, the human warrior rogue.
All right, so last time on Dungeons and Debuckles podcast, you found yourselves in the town of Berth. One of the first things that you came across was a sheriff of the town who had a madman and an entertainer who were both raging and their veins popping out of their sockets just trying to attack someone. They were currently in the town's jail. You went to go talk to the mayor about this, but his son was having a wedding that day. You were invited to the wedding party. Things were going well. Everybody was getting pretty drunk until a group of teenagers got into a fight. And then that escalated pretty quickly as you realized the affliction that the stranger and the entertainer in the town jail had spread to the wedding party here. After a huge fracas in the courtyard outside of the mayor's mansion, you had knocked most of the people here who were infected unconscious and decided to take shelter and refuge inside the mayor's manor. And at that point, as you were entering the manor, you noticed that some of the ones that you had knocked unconscious had begun to stir and rise up. And judging by the screaming in the streets and seeing people start to run in to the mayor's property, you have a pretty good idea that this is spread to a lot, if not most, of the town. So currently you find yourselves inside the mayor's mansion. The sheriff and deputy are currently trying to barricade the door here, as you're beginning to hear like thumps and smashes against the door as it starts to move on its hinges, as the enraged town appears to be trying to get inside the manor. You look around and it's a very large like entry room into the manor. You would think it would be like their grand hall. It's probably about 50 feet by like 40 feet. It's richly furnished with tables and chairs and couches and rugs. You look around and Trevor and Tamara, the bride and groom, apparently are crying and trying to console each other. At the back of the room, you are going to see Mayor Trent Haskins near a couch where his wife had been knocked unconscious. She's currently laid out on this couch, and you believe that she has been infected with whatever this rage disease is, or rage curse. Also looking around, you are going to notice that there is a door at the back of the room. There is a stairway that appears to lead up. And then also looking around, you're going to notice multiple windows in this great hall in the first floor of this mansion.
I am going to start grabbing tables and barricading windows and doors.
I will help.
That's great because we're getting ready to do a skill challenge.
Ooh.
Yay!
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
So
I'm really good at these.
I'm
I
good bad at
survived
these.
last time.
let's get everybody to go ahead and roll initiative.
Forget to select your token first.
1 second, I'm just getting rid of the rope that I used last time.
Seriously? How do I roll a 1 on initiative?
5% chance.
Oh, well, that's dumb and I don't like it. Also, that's what something to say, apparently. You're going to hear my dog in the background a lot today. He's real unhappy with the fact that the
We
windows are
just
open.
heard your husband whining at him. Yeah.
Oh, no, that was the dog. The windows are open and he wants to participate in the outside world, and he doesn't understand that we're not willing to let him do that.
Maybe he's just
I'm gonna
anxious
giggle
for
every time
his
we
dinner
hear
time
him.
song.
All right.
He's a talkative boy.
So you hear the sheriff yell, "I need some help with the door and barricade those windows." So Horatius, and
That's
that's your
me.
name right.
Sure did.
I've been
Proud of you.
practicing.
I can tell.
What would you like to do? There's currently the door down here at the south. That's the main door that you came in. There's 3 windows on either side of this great hall, and then there is a wooden door at the back.
Okay, I would like to run to the table on the right-hand side, this longer one.
Okay,
and then,
hold on. Before we do that, I forgot. Let's set, the rules here is you're going to need 6 successes before you get 3 fails. And depending on how well you succeed or how badly you fail, will have consequences. Also, you can use any of your skills that you can justify using to do whatever you want to do. But if you start using the same skill over and over, there will be a DC penalty.
That makes sense.
So go ahead.
So I'm going to run over to this table on the right-hand side and yank it to barricade the door on the south using athletics.
Okay.
22.
Oh, yeah. So you have no trouble running over here, and this table, I mean, it's sizable. It's about 10 feet long and about 4 feet wide. It's made out of a heavy oak, and as you start lifting and dragging this thing, you're like, oh yeah, this will do just fine. So you're able to grab a hold of this table and prop it up against this wooden door. So that is one success.
Tables. Somebody planned ahead.
Yeah, it's nice that they have barricading tables just lying around.
Well, that's how the rich are. They know the poor are going to come from eventually.
Class war.
And they deserve it. They deserve it.
All right, that ends your turn. Next is Mjömjö.
All right. I was planning on doing the exact same thing, but I'm going to get clever and creative. I'm going to use insight to start directing people in the room to roles that would be most appropriate to them. Like the bride and groom need to run away because they're stupid and cowardly. The mayor needs to run away because he's stupid and cowardly. Things like that.
So are you just sizing them up, or are you telling them to do something?
Sizing them up for their appropriate roles. Insight roles.
Okay.
Hoo-yah! 27. Crit hit.
All right. So you think that, probably Trevor and Tamara, somebody could persuade them or, try to motivate them to start helping with these windows, because both Trevor and Tamara are pretty stout, pretty athletic.
Calling them fat.
No, they're muscular and athletic. Next up is Cinnamon. That's 2 successes.
Alright, can I cast spells while we're doing this as well?
You can, but it's a skill challenge.
Inspire us.
Okay, because I have guidance, which gives me an extra D4 on checks, but
Yep.
I don't know if that would qualify for this skill challenge.
I'll allow it.
Alright, great. Grab an extra D4, and I am going to use history. And maybe I've heard some knowledge about things like castle sieges and stuff like that, and kind of apply those principles to defending the house.
Okay.
10. Terrible at skill challenges.
Yeah, you're trying to rack your brains, but most of the reading that you've been doing hasn't been about siege warfare or battlements or fortifications or any sort of like battle strategy. You're more into like I don't know, Eldritch romance. So that is 2 successes and 1 fail. Next up is Leandre.
Okay. I've been trying to figure out what I can use, possibly. I'm gonna use acrobatics to run
Back and forth across the room, staring intently at the corner. Sure can.
I guess, yeah, I'm gonna use acrobatics to run over here and try to get this table moving towards the opposite door, I guess. Or no, we'll go with this window.
Okay.
I can go with athletics, but it's not. I'll go with athletics. I'm going to try to shove this door or this against the window.
Yeah, I would say that's probably more athletics or strength if you're like trying to move this table into place.
That's a really bad call on my part, but that's fine. I'm still going to stick with it. 9.
So you move over to the table and you start dragging it, and you're able to get the table up against the window, but you're trying to lift it up and move it over the window, and you just don't have the strength to do it. So that is 2 successes and 2 fails. All right, next up is Horatius.
That's me.
Already? What?
I'm going to run over to where Leandre was trying to get the table over the window. I'm gonna say, get out of the way, let me do it. And I'm gonna fucking just yank it up using athletics.
Okay, so that's the second time you used that, so you're going to take a DC penalty.
Am I allowed to know how much?
No, you're not.
18 base.
Yep, that's fine. You're able to help Leandre here get the table up over the window.
And that is my check.
All right, next is Mjömjö.
I'm gonna medicine the fuck out of this. Gonna go around, check everyone's injuries and bandage them and just make sure they're in tippy-top fighting form.
Okay.
23.
You look around, and it seems like the only people here really injured are you, Trevor, and the mayor, and Lady Haskins, who is currently, she's like unconscious, but it's like she's having like a nightmare as she's like struggling against unconsciousness. All right, so that is 4 successes and 2 fails. You need 2 more successes or 1 more failure. Cinnamon, you're up.
Well, I guess it's my time to shine. Time to fail this skill challenge, boys.
Hey, Blake, what's your charisma?
Inspire us, you
What's my
charismatic
charisma?
bastard.
18.
Do you mind if I be a little meta here and give you a suggestion?
I've already got a suggestion using persuasion, if that's what you're wondering.
Oh yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. With
Because Cinnamon
the random,
has... What? The random what?
bride and groom that are just literally doing nothing.
What about them?
They could help.
No,
They
they
have
can't.
arms.
They're useless. No. So, since Cinnamon has such a cool, calm demeanor, he's going to use his persuasiveness to kind of fill the air with a calmness and make sure everyone is steady and ready and morally stable. So that way, when shit hits the fan, everybody's at least a little prepared.
What exactly is moral stability?
Like you're not freaking out. Like you're not going around and, like a chicken with its head chopped off. No, not at all. But,
I think it's more like emotional. Moral would be like, hey, don't forget, don't steal from people.
No, not moral, like morale.
Okay. Well,
Sorry,
with a 24, tell me what you say to everyone to try to calm the emotions of this group.
Oh, gosh.
Just purrs. Lots of purring.
Lots of purring.
It's very soothing.
That is very soothing, that's true.
Rubs up against everyone's legs. Shows them there's butthole.
I'm pretty sure that's not what's happening. But if you want to do that, that's on you, man. If that is your skill check, you can do that.
Who are you convincing to do all this?
Who, me or John?
You.
I find it easy to convince people to show their buttholes. I don't know what you're... it's a skill I have.
I'm trying to keep everyone calm, like the guards and everyone inside, and just make sure everyone is, not freaking out or a little on edge or whatever. Bring some calm to the area, because everybody acts faster and better when they're calm.
So Cinnamon jumps up on a table and says, hey, y'all, look at my butthole.
God damn it.
Cannon.
Comedic relief. Let's go. This is what you get for not choosing what you say quicker.
Everybody was talking all over me and stuff.
Cannon.
How was I supposed to talk any quicker?
It's canon.
Okay.
Cinnamon is up on top of the table now, showing everybody his butthole. All right. So that is 5 successes and 2 fails. It is a full count. It is all on you, Leandre, the leader of this party, a sergeant in the vanguard. See if you crack under pressure.
I'm going to also use perception to see who seems the most fit to try and get us in a safe place and safe from the attacking force. I'm going to go with attacking force on this one. So perception. Sound good?
Okay, sure.
24! Hey!
You realize it's probably you.
Well, fuck.
Because, everybody, they've seemed to calm down a little bit now that they've got a gander at Cinnamon's butthole. It's kind of crazy in here right now, as there's now this cacophony of slams against this door, even though it seems to be holding up here in front. You are now beginning to see people make their way to the windows of this place. You're going to see this window over here break, and you see this woman start crawling her way in. And let's go ahead and get her an initiative.
Like the grudge.
Yeah, sure.
You mean the ring?
Potato.
All right, so she starts climbing in the window. Did that add her to the tracker?
Not visible for me.
Nope.
There we go.
There we go. She rode low. All right, Horatius, you're up. You hear this window break behind you, and you look across the room, and you see this woman dressed in this party gown that has now been ripped and torn. It's hanging off of her shoulder. Her hair is just this wild rat nest of red curls. She's got cuts all over her arms and her chest and her face from this broken glass. And she's screaming as she flops her way inside the manor here.
Okay. I am going to use my main action and movement to dash over to the townfolk. The skill challenge is over, right?
Correct. We are now in combat.
Heck yeah, brother. And then I'm going to hit her with my rapier using non-lethal.
Okay.
22 to hit, 8 damage.
Yeah, that hits. So as she starts to rise up, you just smack her on the top of the head, and she is out. All right.
This is a bad day for a wedding.
Picked the wrong day to quit sniffing glue.
Must be a Libra, huh?
All right. So as you knock her out, you hear another window break, and as this one of the cooks who was catering this meal is going to break through the window up here. And he is going here. All right, next up is Mjömjö.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Booyah. Clunk. Non-lethal.
Can you move that far and attack?
Yeah. Just 6 spaces.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because you were... Okay. That's an 11 that's going to hit for 9 points of damage. Mm-hmm. And you see him go down. Around that time, you hear another break of a window over here to the top left as another woman... this one looks like a cook. Breaks through the window and does like a superhero... like 3-point landing inside the room. There's broken glass everywhere, and she's covered in it. Ooh. I'm going to put her right there. She is going to run at Leandre and try to... you see now she's got a butcher knife in her hand.
Outstanding.
That's a 2 to attack, so she swings wildly at you and misses. Cinnamon, you're up.
All right. Cinnamon's going to notice Leandre under attack and wave his hand gently with a quick flick of his wrist to cast Polymorph and turn this townsfolk into a mouse.
What's the save?
15 charisma save. Or not charisma save. Is it charisma save?
I think it's wisdom.
DC 15's wisdom.
She fails.
Alright, so now she is a mouse.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
And then Cinnamon's going to move up towards this window just to cover it.
Okay.
That's it.
Let's see. So she is a mouse. I'll just put a little snow on there because there's no mouse. All right. So you look around and someone is coming through this window right here near Horatius. It's another townsfolk. This person looks like a farmer, and he's got a long knife in his hand. That's a 13, so he'll be right there. All right, Leandre, you're up.
All right, so she's a mouse. I'm going to leave her alone. I'm going to move. I'm going to dash. I was here. I'm just measuring, sorry. I'm going to dash up here. And, oh, sorry, I sneezed. I'm going to dash up here and be prepared for someone to enter. And by there, I mean here.
Okay. Okay. Next up is Horatius.
That is I'm going to take a swing at this townfolk non-lethal.
Okay.
18 hit, 9 damage.
Oh, yeah. So that'll knock this farmer out.
Can I see anybody outside the window?
Oh, yeah, there's probably 6 people now that have started running towards this window.
Okay. I would like to go down here and attempt to shove this barricade the window with the table.
Okay, I'll say that'll probably take your movement, and I'll let you use your bonus action to move it over there. But as far as to plug this up and secure it, that's probably going to take an action that you can do on your next turn.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
Because that's a lot of stuff to do in a round.
Yeah, I have an extra. Actually, I can do this. Okay, so I'm going to. Do I have to do an athletics check to move it?
What's your strength?
My strength is 18.
I'll say you won't need to do an athletic. I mean, you're strong enough for that.
I'm a strong dude. And I'm going to action surge to plug up the window with it.
Oh, okay. So you don't have any problem moving this table from out of the corner and plugging up this window over here. And by the time you get that up there, they've already made it to the window, and you can feel them trying to beat the table away from the window. There's already hands around the side of it and around the top as they're pulling and pushing on this thing.
Okay.
All right, next is Mjömjö.
Okay. I will do similar. I'm going to take this big table right here next to me and shove it up against this window right here next to me.
Okay, what's your strength?
21.
21. Damn, how do you... Oh, because you've got a belt.
Belt of Hill Drive, yeah.
Yeah.
When I realized I was likely to be one of our big melee guys.
So, yeah, you have no trouble moving this table over here. You just pick it up, and it's pretty heavy oak. And you put it up against the window and brace it in there. And about the time that you get it up there, you feel hands start beating on it.
Their heads against it.
Yeah. And screaming. All the while all this is going on, it's just a cacophony of screams coming from the outside. Men, women, children. It's bad, man.
Shit sucks.
All right, so after that happens, you are going to see a man start climbing through this window up here to the top right. Let me get him an initiative. That's a 1. All right, next up is, I think Townsfolk 9 is a mouse. It's actually going to run at Cinnamon, and it's going to try to bite you.
Okay.
Isn't there some sort of story about a mouse going insane and attacking a cat? I feel like that's a story.
I think they call it Tom and Jerry.
That's a 12. I'm assuming that's going to miss you.
That is going to miss.
Yeah, it climbs up your leg, and it's trying to bite through your armor without any success. But you're kind of weirded out because there's this little rage mouse that's climbed up your leg, and it's up near your throat, just trying to bite through your leather armor. It's your turn.
Great. I'm going to try and grapple this mouse. Silly as that sounds, I would like to grab this mouse.
Athletics check.
All right.
Throw it out the window.
Oh my god, a natural 1.
You suck at skills. How do you do this?
You know what? I've never been a lucky person in my life.
It rolled an 18 on its acrobatics check.
Nice. So I guess I'm overpowered by this mouse.
So, you go to grab for it.
Out of your grasp.
Yeah, you go to grab for it, and it's on your chest right now, and it wriggles away and actually climbs up your shoulder and up on your neck, and is trying to get up on your head.
Oh boy.
All right, next.
Well, that's a for Cinnamon.
Next up is Townsfolk 5. Where is that? Oh, he's unconscious. Never mind. Leandre, you're up.
So there's a Townfolk 6 that hasn't been taken care of yet.
Yeah, up here in the top right.
I am going to attack him with my oath bow. And I'm going to activate my oath bow by saying the phrase that I'm supposed to say. I don't remember what it is.
I think it's like fuck shit up, right?
Yeah, fuck shit up. That's my oath bow's new phrase, is fuck shit up.
Rip and tear until it is done.
It's a 10.
That hits.
Hey, it hits for 6 damage.
All right, so you fire your oath bow and catch this farmer right in the throat as blood splurts everywhere, and he falls to the ground, and the arrow hits just right to push the arrow like through the back of his throat.
Shit, are we doing non-lethal damage?
We have been. But
Well, fuck.
You're leading the way, fearless leader.
I'm gonna shout, sorry!
It's okay. The mayor shouts, he had a wife and 6 kids.
They're probably raging too. I had no choice. He would have gone after your wife otherwise.
All
Well,
right.
They don't seem to be attacking each other. So.
They were outside.
Is that it for your turn?
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Next up is Horatius. You are currently like bracing this table against these people outside.
What are we gonna do, guys? Are we just gonna start killing the villagers? I don't think I want to do that. Sergeant Leandre, what's the call?
Lethal force when necessary, but otherwise non-lethal. They seem to wake up pretty quickly. We can't take the risk of them overrunning us and killing us all.
I mean, the mayor's wife is still asleep.
Yeah, but you knocked her out real good.
Yeah, also I tied her up.
Yeah, start tying up anyone you've knocked down, too. That's important. And Cinnamon, you're a cat. For God's sake, take care of that mouse.
Racist. Maybe we should move this upstairs. Just block off the stairwell. They won't be able to get to us.
That's a really good idea. We should do that.
I'm just gonna take that as meta commentary because that was a lot of information for 4
Talking's
seconds.
a free action.
Technically, I guess.
All right, so here's the situation. Mjömjö and Horatius are currently blocking these windows over here to the southeast. You've got the sheriff and the deputy over here who are holding this door closed at the south. You've got a table currently blocking this window over here, but you can see it like rocking as there's someone on the outside trying to push in. Cinnamon, for free, you can see there's people who are starting to run towards this window that's directly across from you. You can also see people outside fighting each other in the that banquet area where the wedding was going on. And Leandre, you see much the same at the window you're currently at.
Everyone go upstairs. We'll get them to a choke point and block it off. We should be able to hold them off there instead of holding off 12 windows down here.
Get the civilians upstairs first, and then cover each other as we go upstairs.
I'll bring up the rear, dragging a sofa behind me.
I'm going to let the. I'm gonna try and like just prop the table up a little bit and then dash over to the next window to hold off any that come in.
Mayor, get your wife upstairs, and anybody else who doesn't belong down here in a fight.
Yeah, yes.
Said upstairs, right?
Yes, we may be safe up there. This is the only stairway. And I will do that as soon as it lets me start copying people over.
And is there anybody outside my window?
Yeah, there's people beating on the table that you're currently holding up.
No, I left the table
Well, it's rocking then.
to go to the window to the northeast, so I can block it while people go to the stairs.
Okay. Stand by. I'm trying to get people up here.
Pretty small.
Only 2 more. Hold on.
You could probably just make a huge map on the thing and then just have Fog of War.
It's all already been created.
Kevin's got plans.
I just got to get them upstairs. Okay. So, the mayor grabs his wife, who's still unconscious, and carries her upstairs. Trevor and Tamara, the bride and groom, they make their way upstairs. And then you see Deputy Poe and Sheriff Stoneteeth run upstairs. Around that time, you're going to see people start coming in through the windows. The table down here to the southwest gets knocked down and pulled away. And you see people start coming in through there. So what do you want to do?
I am defending this window, and that is my turn.
Okay.
I dashed over, so unless I have something to actively attack, I have no more action economy.
Okay. Mjömjö.
I will be bringing up the rear, dragging. Can I bring a sofa in either hand? I feel like that's something I can do. But
I'd let you do one since you've got a 21 strength.
But yeah, I'll be bringing up the rear, dragging sofas behind me to block off the stairway. So
Go ahead and move to the. Well, I would say you would be able to get to the sofa and grab it and start moving it, but you're not quite over to. You wouldn't be able to grab it and move all the way over to the stairs in this turn.
I can basically move to the sofa in one turn.
Yeah, I would say it would take half movement. I mean, even with the 21 strength, it'll take half movement to drag a couch over to the stairs. All right. Townsfolk 9 is currently on Cinnamon's head, and it is going to try to bite your ears. 9 is not going to hit.
Nope.
You're up.
All right.
Do the flippity flappity shake your head thing.
Flippity flappity shake your head thing. Oh, I know.
Cats
Okay,
flip.
I get you.
They shake their head and their ears go flip flap.
Yeah, sure. Cinnamon will try and shake her off. Basically do a grapple check, but to throw her off instead of just keep her held.
We'll say shove action.
Okay, shove action. That works.
Shove action's pretty good.
17 on athletics.
Versus this mouse's athletics. Hold on.
Where are we shoving mice again?
Just away from Cinnamon.
Cinnamon got grappled by a mouse.
Oh, yeah, that's a 4.
All right. Great.
So you take this mouse and shove it off of your head. How tall are you?
5'7".
Okay, so we'll go ahead and call that 6 feet.
All right.
That mouse is going to take 4 points of damage, and it reverts into back into a human.
That was
Why
5
does
feet
the
of
mouse-
falling damage.
It's 10 feet for 1d6. Okay, well, I guess for a mouse, I mean, like square cube law, but who cares?
All right, do you have a bonus action or a movement you want to take?
Yes, I have movement, and Cinnamon is going to use feline agility to double that movement for the round for 60 feet of running to the stairs.
Nice.
I forgot that that was a thing.
I think that's there. Yeah, okay. That's it
I
for
have
Cinnamon.
one more.
All right, Leandre. As
All right.
A townfolk bursts through this window and lands over here on the floor. He's not right beside you. He's right here. Also, you're going to notice that down here where this the table was, there's another white noble woman who has come through this window after pushing this table aside.
Okay, I'm going to hold on.
Kill someone else.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. I'm going to also activate feline agility. Okay, so double your speed until end of turn. Okay, yeah, so I can go where I want to go. And I'm gonna move first over here, smack him with my quarterstaff, doing non-lethal damage. Hopefully, that's an 11.
Yep, that's enough to whack him unconscious.
Perfect. And then I'm going to run here with feline agility, doing the thing. Yeah.
All right, stand by. Let me get her in initiative. Oh my goodness, Roll20 is so slow today.
Yeah, maybe we should go to roll 40.
It's because of all the
Makes
people
sense.
in quarantine watching Netflix.
All right, next up is Townfolk 10, who bursts through this window and is going to start running towards the steps here. And that's as far as she can get. All right, next up is Horatius.
I am going to dash up the stairs.
All right.
And what is upstairs? I have like an action, so like I could probably try and get something prepped while
You run up these steps, and it's basically you're going from this big open space into a hallway upstairs.
Also, dashing took your action.
Yes.
you Ray.
So you climb these double set of stairs here, and it leads you to a hallway upstairs, which we'll get there in a minute. Mjömjö, you're next.
Okay, everybody is kind of crowded around the stairs. Or wait, yes. So I'm going to just sort of drag the sofa over as far as I can without blocking the stairs, basically.
Okay. I would say you would be able to, like, over here is where the entrances and stairs is. So this is going up right here, and then this leads to the hallway upstairs.
Gotcha.
All right, so you're able to move the couch over here in front of the stairs, preparing to, like, pull it up the stairs. I'll say that's probably your turn right there, as much as you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Townfolk 9, who is going to take off running towards the stairs. Is actually able to make it to Leandre, but can't do anything because she dashed. Cinnamon.
All right. Since we've already been doing shove actions, we'll just keep doing them. Cinnamon's going to move down and shove action against Townfolk 9.
All right, are you pushing her 5 feet or just like trying to knock her prone?
Pushing her 5
Just knock
feet.
her unconscious.
No, there's no reason. First of all, A, I'm very unlikely to do, and B, that would make sense. And why would I do something that makes sense? Come on, don't do that. So yeah, athletics check. That's a 5. Wow. Okay. I don't know what I expected.
They got a 19.
All right. In that case, Cinnamon is going to use 10 feet of movement, so he's going to use the remaining 20 to get to the stairs, which will provoke an attack of opportunity from Townsfolk 9.
That's a 16.
That will miss.
All right.
And Leandre, now you are free to run up there as well without taking that attack of opportunity since they used the reaction.
Excellent.
And that's it for Cinnamon.
All right, I am going to run up the stairs and yell, "Come on, Mjömjö. We need to get up here."
No, you're not doing it right. You got to go. Psst, 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 psst.
And you have to say Mjömjö like a cat.
Meow.
Meow, meow. Get up here.
Meow, meow.
All right, next up
You
is
have that accent.
Townsfolk 10 is going to get up and
like the cat sounds like.
up to Mjömjö and attack you. That's a 10, and that's going to miss.
Oh, yeah.
Horatius, you're upstairs. Mjömjö, you're next.
I'm just going to drag the sofa onto the stairs and make it super awkward and blocky. And I'll take the attack of opportunity. Because
Okay.
I have confidence.
That's a 5. All
Bahamut
right.
is my shield and my big old hammer thing.
All right, so everybody's upstairs. Mjömjö, you are at the bottom of the stairs, and you take this couch and you flip it up on one end, and it's like moving day. And you know, like when you're trying to get that couch around, like up the stairs and around a corner of the stairs, it does like a 90 degree and it gets stuck. You do that on purpose. And like pull down on it and like wedge it in there.
No, my left, Mjömjö.
Pivot. Pivot.
All right, let's go to the next map. All right, so you're down here in the bottom. If you want to drag your tokens over.
Shame I'll never have Stone Cold Steve Austin as my token ever again. Feels bad. I just want to chokeslam somebody off of the Hell in the Cell zombie murder cult.
So everybody up here is in the hallway, and they're just looking like terrified, like at the mess that's going on at the stairway here, as they see all of you come upstairs with Mjömjö wedging the couch in between the parts of the walls here, coming up the stairs at this 90-degree angle. And the sheriff says, we can't stay in this hallway forever. Do you have a more secured room up here? And the mayor says, yes, yeah, we could go to our bedroom. And he picks up his wife and carries her down the hall to the second door on the right here, and opens it up and steps inside. And then you're going to see Trevor and Tamara follow.
I will follow along.
I believe I'll start building a barricade. With your permission, sir, I'll use your furniture to build a solid wall of rubble.
Do whatever you've got to do. And you look around inside the room here, and there's like dressing tables and like an ottoman and like a lounging sofa that don't seem very heavy. But the man says, do whatever you have to do. Use any furniture. Take whatever you need from the other rooms.
Well, I'm going to start grabbing furniture from other rooms.
Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and reveal everything up here.
Now, let's assume I'm doing that while everyone else is... Ooh, they have a flush toilet. Fancy.
Yeah. So you start going through all the rooms up here. They're all bedrooms except for there's a bathroom down here, and then there's a bathroom right here, and then this over here is like a storage closet.
May I take a glance outside through the window?
Absolutely. So you're looking out this window?
Yes, sir.
You look out this window, and you are now seeing there's probably at least 3 or 4 dozen of these townsfolk out on this side of the lawn. It looks like they are coming in through the windows downstairs. It looks like some are attacking each other. And you can also, like, you're above the trees here looking out over the town. You can see that probably at least 4 or 5 like buildings, maybe houses, throughout the town here are now on fire.
Okay. May I roll a Arcana check to see if I know some sort of like maybe curse magic or some taboo stuff that might have caused this scenario. I'm not trained in it, so.
I mean,
I would lean on no, but I figured I'd ask.
that would probably, for you, not be an Arcana, probably more like a history, because that would be more of like folklore to you.
That makes sense. Something I heard along from the mercenaries. 13 on history.
You've heard of crazy things going down in history of, like, you know, maybe like rabies, like somebody, you know, a rabid dog had gone through and bit a couple of people in a town, and, you know, there was some strife, and as they, you know, had to figure out what to do with these loved ones that they had that were, you know, now rabid and attacking people. But you've never heard of anything like this.
Makes sense. Anybody want to do something before I ask Cinnamon stuff?
I'm assuming it's going to take me like a dozen rounds to stack up all this furniture. So I'm out of the conversation for the moment.
Unless somebody wants to help you.
It's a narrow hall and I'm super strong.
All right, so Mjömjö is going around and grabbing like heavy things from various rooms in here, and I'm assuming you're taking it into the master bedroom where everybody is here to barricade this door.
I was going to block off the hallway.
Oh, you're going to block off the hallway? Okay. So you start stacking stuff in the hallways. Anybody else want to help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Cinnamon, do you know anything about this magic stuff?
I'm fairly versed in magic. I'm not sure I can prepare a thesis for you on this quite yet, but what would you like me to attempt to explain?
I mean, this seems sort of like a plague or something, right? Maybe somebody's behind it. I don't know if it's like it could be the work of a spell.
Well, if you want my professional opinion, it's definitely some sort of spell en masse. But nothing that is directly cast on someone. It spreads, like you said, a plague, a spell plague of some sort. But I'm not familiar with plagues and diseases and such, so maybe Mjömjö is better versed in how this stuff spreads. What do you think about our situation, Horatius?
Pretty fucked.
Tamara pipes up at this point. She's like inconsolable, and she's just starts sobbing. We're all gonna die. We're gonna die up here. There's no place to go.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, these guys are basically just walking meat bags. I'm sure we can take them. But I mean, it's gonna be kind of annoying, and I don't feel like murdering an entire town. And also, I can't. It's kind of like morally unjust to just murder random people. We should probably figure out what's going on behind all this stuff.
And the mayor at this point says, "We must do what we must do." And he reaches underneath the bed, and he's going to pull out a crossbow and load it. And you
Put
see
the bolt in his mouth.
Yeah. He also pulls out like a what looks like a footlocker from underneath the bed and opens it up and pulls out a dagger and a longsword. And he says, "Trevor, come here, my boy." And he hands the longsword to Trevor, and he's going to take the dagger. And Sheriff Stoneteeth is going to say, I hate to admit it, but this is dire. There doesn't seem to be any way of stopping them. We knock them down and they get right back up. I've known most of these people all their lives, but we can't let them just kill us.
Your prerogative.
What'd you say? You broke up.
Your prerogative.
All right, so you hear downstairs a bunch of stuff breaking, and like furniture being thrown around. You estimate there's quite a few people downstairs. You are going to hear that couch being pulled out of the stairs, and people start walking up the stairs and get to the barricade. Mjömjö, give me a, I'm going to say, survival or wisdom or an intelligence check. I'll let you do any of the three here because there's nothing that really kind of fits to see how well you block this hallway.
7. I did a great job.
Since Leandre was helping you, I'll let you roll with advantage.
8. I did a great job.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
No, him. So
I heard my name. Sorry.
So you've kind of like wedged stuff in here, and you can hear out in the hall that people are like starting to like move this stuff out of the way.
Out of curiosity, Mr. Mayor, have you unearthed any ancient tombs or upset any gods recently?
No.
Perhaps someone opened up a new restaurant on the site of an old graveyard on the night of a full moon. I'm looking for any sort of causative agent here.
I can't think of anything. And Sheriff Stoneteeth's going to speak up and say, "Yeah, it's a quiet town. I mean, the only thing strange recently is, well, I mean, the wedding, and then we had that stranger come into town and start attacking people at the inn."
I think it's time we discuss why the Vanguard is here.
Yes, perhaps we should.
The Vanguard sent us here because we had intelligence that there was a Red Talon cell somewhere in your sleepy little town.
Red Talons in Berth? I know everyone here. I just don't... that can't be possible.
Anyone can be seduced by thought of riches.
I have to go. Emergency, I'll be back.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Yikes.
Maybe she ran out of brain cells.
Ouch. Whoa.
dog probably pooped.
Probably.
That'd be my guess.
I'm rubbing my 2 last brain cells together at any point in time. Did the brain cell joke come off as harsh? I didn't mean it as harsh. I meant it as a throwback to my 2 last brain cells.
I'll edit it out. She'll never hear it.
I'm gonna tell her about it.
That's fine.
I'm lawful good. I have to rat on people now.
Blake said harsh, so I just want to make sure that the thought process behind it was like clear.
Yeah, I knew it was a joke, but some people out there cannot tell the difference between a joke and a genuine insult. So, I know Hannah is one of the persons who can definitely interpret that as a joke, but if we have any listeners who do that, we don't want to have any mistakes or unclarity.
Yeah, I don't want them to know that I side with the Stormcloaks.
Exactly.
I don't side with the Stormcloaks.
Good.
They're
Gorgeous thief.
They're racist scum lords. Their city's just a pile of slums.
Speaking of this stranger, can you tell me a little bit more about them?
I can't say that I know much. There was the Trevor's bachelor party going on over at the inn last night, and apparently this person had paid to spend some time with, Millie. You saw her at the jail, and after, then an hour or so came downstairs and just started attacking people. Thought he was drunk at one point, but didn't have any smell of alcohol on him at all. Took me and Deputy Poe and a few others to restrain him and bring him to the jail. No one's ever seen him before.
Well, perhaps the cause is unimportant as much as solving this issue is.
I can't say that I disagree. I mean, the matter at hand is pretty dire. And Tamara speaks up again. We're all gonna die. And on my wedding day.
Can you chill out for a second? I mean, you got like an entire vanguard here to protect you guys. I wouldn't stress that hard about it. I mean, it's pretty dire, not gonna lie, but I'm sure we're gonna make it. Can I roll a persuasion check to try and soothe her?
Absolutely.
Hey, hell yeah, brother.
She just starts sobbing even more. Trevor comes over and
expensive.
Trevor comes over and tries to console her.
You're worried about the wedding night, then there's another bedroom with a bed still in it. I didn't use all the furniture. Go out with a bang, as they say.
Mjömjö.
Time to blaze, Mjömjö. Time to blaze.
Trevor, it looks over his shoulder at you and just gives you a stink eye. Now is not the time or the place.
Pardon me for thinking like a soldier.
What kind of soldier are you thinking of, Mjömjö? I don't understand.
I was a soldier and I don't really get it either.
That must be some sort of religious thing.
Little brisk for my taste, I guess.
Around this time, you are going to hear what appears to be the barricade in the hallway collapse. And then
Perhaps we should slaughter our way to the jail.
You hear like opening of doors in these other rooms over here. And then the bedroom door where you currently are, someone like violently tries to open it.
I will brace.
Okay. So you currently got the door locked, so that's going to help. You don't have any trouble right now, but after about a minute, it gets harder as it seems like more people are trying to push on this door, and you're trying to put enough force on it to where it doesn't pop the lock. Give me an athletics check.
I shall attempt to be athletic. 25.
Yeah, so these townfolk seem pretty weak as you are able to brace yourself up against this door. But you don't know how long you can hold this.
Okay, guys, crunch time. What are we gonna do? We can fight our way out of here and just fight our way through to the case 0, or we can maybe try and, I don't know, jump out the window with some rope and get everybody out. But I mean, there's people out there too. It seems like a lose-lose scenario right now. And can I get some help here, please?
I'll help.
Okay. You hear Mayor Haskins say, "Oh, this probably wasn't the best idea. We probably should have gone to the cellar. There's only 2 ways in and out of there."
I mean, there's only one way in here, right?
Well, he looks over to the 2 windows, and then there's another door down here that leads to the bathroom that you also know opens out into the hall.
I didn't see that.
This is a second floor, correct?
Correct. If you look out the window, if you look out, you're probably about 18 feet up.
Okay.
You look out into the out over the window here, and there's actually it's not a straight drop to the ground. There's actually an overhang of a covered porch that comes about 8 feet out from the wall, and it's only about 10 feet down.
Well, with all this fancy stuff around, maybe some good old-fashioned clawing can do the trick. You see those curtains there? If we tie them together and perhaps let them over the edge of the window, tie it to the bed, we might be able to climb down. I know I used to climb.
Why don't we just throw the mattress onto the ground and jump onto it?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we've all got rope, right? I've got rope.
I've got rope too.
I got enough to get us down.
How are we going to get Lady Haskins down?
I can catch her.
I don't think we want to throw her from the window.
I can lower her gently.
You got any spells to help us out there, wizard man?
Well, I already used one to turn a person into a mouse. That would have been useful. Perhaps I could be of some use, though. I can make, how many would that be? That'd be 1, 2, 3...
Clock sticking here.
I can make 3
3
people
spells.
invisible. And they would be able to escape fairly easily, I imagine. And the rest of us can escape through the window.
Yeah, we could probably make the mayor's wife, and the bride invisible to get out of here easy enough, and then we can the rest of us can just make our way through the window. Hey, Leandre, what do you mind throwing this rope down there? While I'm bracing the door, I'm gonna reach out into my bag and pull
I
out
have
my.
a rope of climbing. I can actually, so that way we don't leave it behind.
Yeah, you can also tell it to knot, and you get advantage on your check.
And then we can tell it to untie itself when we get to the bottom.
I'll leave it to you.
I'll
Use my rope
hang
of climbing and throw it out the window.
All right, so about this time, Horatius, give me a athletics check with advantage, since Mjömjö is
I will
helping you.
attempt to be 15.
Okay, so it now seems like there's more people pushing on this door now. You are able to keep it from bursting open, but you don't know how much longer this lock's going to hold.
Hurry up, Mjömjö. Getting short on muscles here.
The rope is probably tied by now.
Okay, so like you just go out or lean out the window and you pull the rope out and you just point to a place and then the rope attaches itself to it.
Mm-hmm.
How far
Yeah.
can it go?
50 feet.
50 feet, well mounted. So,
So, yeah,
easily enough to go out the window down to the ground.
Yep. And the mayor says, "What about us? I can't leave the lady here."
Our compatriot here is going to make you, the missus, and the bride invisible, and then Trevor seems able to hold himself. So we'll make our way down, and then while that's happening, you guys can fumble your way out, and we can regroup.
So you're just going to leave us here?
Would you rather come with us into the sea of zombies, or be invisible and just make your way out? I don't.
Oh, how long will it last?
About an hour, give or take. If you prefer, I can guide 2 of you down, and the rest of you can go and escape via the window.
If we draw them off, they might just ignore you and leave you here.
Sheriff says
Well, I
that
was
doesn't
hoping
seem
we-
likely.
I was hoping we might be able to sneak by as opposed to just buckle down.
Trevor says, I'm not leaving Tamara. And the mayor says, and I'm not leaving my wife.
I'll carry your wife down the rope. I'm sure I can manage it. I don't know if I can manage it.
But I'm going where she goes.
Okay, I guess we're all going to the sea of zombies then. Okay, the rope's attached, right, Mjömjö?
Yes.
Okay, I'll head down, make my stand, and then you guys, 2 warriors, come down. Let's say Mjömjö and Trevor. Sound good? And then we'll get the groundwork, and then just start wading our way through.
And then what?
I haven't gotten that far. Do you have an idea? I mean, I'm sure I'll be able to keep us safe, but I mean, the entire town's basically affected.
The mayor says, well, I mean, the most secure place in the house is probably the cellar. And the sheriff says, and probably the most secure place in the whole town is my office. But it's further away. Is there an entrance to the cellar from outside? And the mayor says, yes, there's a service entrance. It's only He does some math. Right around the corner, probably 50 feet. And the sheriff says, my office is probably 300 yards.
Well, does your office have weapons in it?
Yeah, it's fully stocked armory. There's also
Sorry,
bars on the wall.
I feel like possessing that weaponry before any red talons come in is probably pretty important. But we can always go in the cellar and have a wine party.
Red Talons, do you think anybody would willingly walk into this mess?
Well, we sort of did.
Sergeant, is there any way of, I don't know, contacting the Vanguard to maybe bring in reinforcements to help quell this riot?
Indeed there is. Wait, no. Sorry, I'm thinking about another podcast. I'm dumb.
Actually, Leandre has a sending stone.
I do have a sending stone.
Indeed there is.
I will use it to do the thing.
Get me an order of fries with it.
No, I'll use it to send for help from the Vanguard, and hopefully they'll arrive quickly.
Okay, so you grab the sending stone, and you know the other person that has this is Captain Karn. So what do you say?
Captain Karn, things in Berth have gone downhill quickly. It seems that most of the town is taken by some kind of magical plague that causes them to go crazy and attack everything in their wake. Please send help. Or send backup. That sounds better.
About a minute goes by, and you hear Captain Karn. What? I was asleep. Can you repeat that? What's the emergency?
The entire town of Berth seems to be taken by some kind of magical plague. They all go crazy and attack anything in sight. There are very few people who are not under the spell. Please send backup as quickly as you can. We're being overrun.
About 20 seconds pass. He says, understood. Find shelter as secure as you can and hunker down there. Help is on the way.
I will relay that information. Say, where is the safest place that we can bunk down?
And the mayor says, well, the cellar is the safest place in the manor. And Sheriff Stone Tooth says, and my office is probably the most secure place in the whole town. But it's probably 300 yards from here. I'll let you decide.
I feel like that's really our only option. We need to get there, and quickly. Horatius, you and Cinnamon take the back. Mjömjö and I will lead, and all civilians in the center. Sheriff, Deputy, if you would flank the civilians, I would greatly appreciate it.
I will follow your lead.
Coming up blood, miss.
And what are you doing? Are you going out the window?
Yes, the mayor's wife we can lower down by tying regular rope to her hands and feet and lowering her down
hog tie
carefully.
style.
I know.
Yes.
Exactly.
I was going to say we could build a human pyramid at the bottom. We have enough people to make a 15-foot pyramid, and then someone at the top pushes her off 5 feet. Be fine.
Yep, I'm sure those zombie people will let us be to do our little human pyramid.
I know, right?
Hey, Sheriff, where's your office again? Can you point it out from the window?
Yeah, so he points down he's like, you can kind of see it over there. It's to the right of the Inferno.
Is that where the jail is?
Yes.
Easy day.
So if you look at the map, I'll bring the map back up. You are currently like up here on the second story of this building, and the sheriff's office is over here.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's like probably 250, 300 yards.
It's a long way.
But as you look out the window, you see a lot of people that are like busting in through the windows. There is a fight going on outside the manor here between these enraged people fighting each other. Give me another athletics check as you try to hold this door open as you're continuing to make plans or hold this door closed with advantage.
25.
All right, so yeah, you have no trouble as they keep beating against this door.
Well, I guess we should go ahead and start it off. Starting, you said you were going to start us off going down?
Who did you direct that to?
Sergeant Leandre.
Yes, I'll head down first and beat off. Oh God, that's not the right word.
I'm going to beat off the village.
I'm gonna guard the end of the rope while the rest of you come down. Leave. Make sure that you send the mayor's wife down after there are a couple people here to catch her.
All right. Now, Mjömjö, when you put the rope out here, did you take it down to the roof of the porch, or did you like angle it to go like off of that down to the ground?
It can be directed to go down to the ground.
Okay.
So they went down to the ground.
All right. So, Leandre, give me a acrobatics check or athletics check with advantage.
17.
All right, so you don't have any trouble making it down to the ground here. Give me a stealth check.
25.
All right, so you're able to not only make it down with no problems, it doesn't appear that anybody has noticed you climb down the rope. All right, so...
I'm going to do a hand signal to indicate that I've made it down safely and the next person should come.
Okay.
Hey, what kind of armor do you have again?
Mithril?
No, like the actual type.
Oh, chain, but mithril negates the
Disadvantage.
thing.
Nice. I thought that's what adamantine did. Or
No.
Adamantine stops criticals.
Yep. All right, next, Deputy Poe's going to make his way down. That is a 17. Or 21. He has no problem making it down to the courtyard. Sheriff Stone's going to go next. It's a 17. He has no problem making it down there. Next up, Trevor is going to go down. 18, no problem. Next is going to be Tamara. She tries to make her way down. That's an 11. It's going to be just enough. Next is going to be the mayor.
Hey, I got my attributes mixed up. I accidentally put adamantine instead of mithril. I thought adamantine was the one that got rid of the disadvantage on stealth dex checks. That's why I have expertise in stealth.
Oh. All right.
You want to switch over to mithril?
Yeah, I got it entirely mixed up.
All right. So everybody has made it down except for Lady Haskins, Horatius, Mjömjö, and Cinnamon. Horatius and Mjömjö are currently holding the door. Do you want to go next, Cinnamon?
Sure. What kind of check am I making?
Either an athletics or an acrobatics, your choice.
Okay. Say 20 total.
Oh, yep. You don't have any trouble making it down. There's quite a little gathering here now. Outside of the window, I'm assuming everybody's still trying to hide. Everybody give me the people that are downstairs now will do a group stealth check with advantage because it's chaos right now.
How do we do a group stealth check?
I'm going to average everybody, like you and Leandre, and then the wedding party here are going to roll, and I'll just average it to see if you make it above the DC.
Okay. Womp womp.
Now that was good. Oh, that was a crit. All right, let's see. Leandre, you got a 13, and Cinnamon, you got a 7. Okay, so you were able to find some shelter underneath this, or to the side of this porch where it's kind of raised up a bit, and it doesn't appear that anybody notices you. All right, so Cinnamon's down, Leandra's down, Horatius and Mjömjö and Lady Haskins are left in the bedroom up here.
I will grab Lady Haskins and climb down the rope with her.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. Straight roll, no advantage.
24. Haha.
All right, so you are able to grab Lady Haskins and put her over your shoulder and climb down this rope with no problem. The mayor comes over.
I can do it. I had every confidence.
And the mayor comes over and helps you, like, reposition her to where she's not, a sack of potatoes. Be careful with her.
Perhaps you should carry her, sir, and leave my hands free to deal with the rabble.
All right. He's going to take her.
Horatius, come on down.
Do you say
The
that?
last one I've said.
Do you say that loud enough for him to hear?
No.
You sure you want to do that? All right, Horatius.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go on down the rope. I'm the last one upstairs, right?
Yep.
I'm just gonna leave the door locked and hop on down the thing with a S-foot grip on the rope.
Okay. Give me a athletics check or acrobatics.
Athletics 27.
Oh yeah, that's
stealth
plenty.
going down.
We're getting ready to do that here in just a second as we do a skill challenge to get to the sheriff's office.
What a time to be alive.
I know, right?
Emphasis on alive.
All right, we're just going to keep the initiative order that we've currently got.
I currently do not see one because we've changed maps like 3 times.
Oh, you don't see the initiative tracker? Oh, it's because
I'm see the initiative tracker, but it's empty.
How about now?
Nope.
All right, well,
And
screw it.
go
We'll do
ahead and
another
use
one.
my bonus action to command the rope to untie itself and come on down and
Okay. Can everybody see
curl
Berth?
itself up on my pack.
Yes. City, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on the city one.
But you don't see the turn order on currently.
Nope.
Huh.
I just threw myself on there, but I don't think it carries over.
Yeah, I see Horatius on there.
Hold on. Let me clear it and try it again. Okay, now can you see it?
See the
There.
turn order, but it's still empty.
Currently, no tokens on this page that can take a turn.
Oh, so put your tokens on the page.
I see Horatius just rolled and he popped up on the tracker, but otherwise it's empty.
All
We
right.
have now all rolled initiative.
All right. So here's the scene. So you're on the back side of the mansion here. You've climbed down out of this window. You're currently like hunkered down below this porch that comes out from the side of the mansion that is covered. You're going to see probably about a dozen of these enraged townspeople out here milling about, fighting each other, getting in through the windows and of the manor. You've got a tree line up here. You've got houses. You've got the main entrance that leads out to the road, and then you've got the sheriff's office over here. So much like before, we're going to do another skill challenge to see if you can make it to the office here without being seen. We'll do six successes versus 3 fails again. Same rules apply. So, Horatius, what would you like to do?
I would like to scout ahead using stealth to see if I can find a clear path through the brush here.
Okay.
Trees.
Roll me a stealth check.
9.
You come up, try to make your way to the tree line here, and you're going to notice that you draw some attention, and one of these townsfolk is going to start running towards you. That is 1 fail. All right, Cinnamon.
Alright, Cinnamon is going to use a spell in combination with a skill only because the skill is Arcana, and it wouldn't make sense not to cast a spell in order to do this. He's going to use invisibility to help make some of the members more stealthy and just kind of bypass perhaps some of the people.
I like it.
Okay, cool. So that is a 21.
Okay, so you cast invisibility, and we'll say that you get 3 of the people here. Like, who are you casting on? I'm assuming the mayor's son, the mayor, and...
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to cast it on them, and they go invisible, and you're thinking, well, this should make it easier to get there if there's less people to be seen. So that we'll call that a success. So that's 1 and 1.
Fantastic.
All right. Next up is Mjömjö.
Could I cast Freedom of Movement on one of the civilians?
To do what?
Just to make sure that they're unhindered by any sort of natural terrain or obstacles or anything like that as we make our way over to the jail.
Okay. Make an argument for what skill would affect that.
I don't know. I just know it's a spell. Because I don't think... Actually, let's see. None of the... Well, maybe survival? I don't know.
Let's say that you call out to Bahamut to ask for obfuscation and, the ability to break bonds, and we'll say that you pray, and how about a religion check?
Oh, yeah. That's surprisingly good. 19.
All right, so you call out to Bahamut, and you feel like he answers in the form of casting the spell on, let's say, the mayor.
Okay.
And we'll call that a success. So that is 2 successes and 1 failure. Leandre, you're up.
All right. Can I also cast a spell in congruence with my skill check?
If you can make an argument for a related skill.
Oh, I absolutely can. I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace in congruence with Stealth.
Ooh.
On...
That'll get everybody.
Companions. Yeah, that'll get everybody. So... Oh, are you kidding me?
Well, it's plus 10.
Yeah,
It is a plus 10 to stealth checks, so that's a 19.
Yeah, that's a pass. So you cast Pass Without a Trace, and you feel like the shadows here from the house and the trees start like closing in around you, and things like start to get muffled, like when you're out in like heavy snow, how like sound gets muffled, kind of that. And you start moving, and it doesn't seem that anybody is seeing you except for this one person who is running at Horatius currently. Speaking of Horatius...
What about me? You want to fight about it?
Yeah.
I would like to try and shoot the zombie running at us with my crossbow.
It's not a zombie.
Close enough.
What
skill?
What skill?
I would like to try and do it. I'll try and use stealth to try and hit him whenever he's out of like vision of the other infected, so that way we can dismantle that like aggression without drawing more people in.
So let's say that like you get this person's attention and you're aware of it, and you run into the tree line here and hide with a stealth check and wait for them to come by and then try to bash them in the head.
Works for me.
Okay, so let's do a stealth first.
22.
Okay, so you make it into the tree line here, and you're able to hide, and this townsfolk comes running by. Give me an attack roll.
16.
Yep, that hits. So you're able to knock them out, and you look around back out through the trees, and it doesn't seem that anybody else has noticed. So we'll call that a success.
What a time.
So currently we've got 4 successes and 1 failure. So you need 2 more of either. Next up is Cinnamon. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I imagine that this town has things like tools or other things kind of lined against the side of houses that are being unused and whatnot, or little shops or whatnot. Cinnamon wants to use either magic or just like rocks to throw at these things and cause a distraction, and use deception to trick our way past some of these groups of people.
Okay.
Like, to draw their attention away.
So there's plenty of things that you can see on the side of the mansion here. There's even like a gardener shack out here on the property next to this tree line that you're seeing, you know, rakes and hoes and all that kind of stuff. What spell would you be using to do that?
Probably Eldritch Blast. It's kind of loud, but
I'll allow it.
all right.
Give me a deception check.
All right. 14.
All right. So you start moving towards the woods here, and you let off a couple of Eldritch Blasts behind you towards this gardener shack, and rakes and wheelbarrow goes flying, and you see some of the townsfolk here who are fighting each other. They stop fighting each other and start moving over towards that shack. So we'll call that a success. A success. All right, so it's 5 and 1. Bring it home, Mjömjö.
I can do this. I
Wait,
will not try to be clever. I'm just going to try and be as quiet as possible with my big bulky self.
You doing a stealth check?
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks
I would
to
say you're
the
going to take a DC penalty, but with a plus 10, pretty safe bet.
16.
So 16. All right. That's just barely enough to pass. So you make your way through these trees and through these houses up here. You are going to see like fights going on inside of these houses and out in the front yards and in the street. You're going to notice like this house over here behind the inn is on fire. And you can see a couple of other houses now that are on fire, and this black smoke's billowing up from them. But you're able to make it to the jail, and Sheriff Stonetooth takes his keys, and as he runs up on the front porch of this thing and fumbles around for a second, and you can still hear the screaming inside from the man and woman who are in the jail cell. And he's finally able to get the key in and turn it, and then flings open the door and motions for everybody to run inside. You all get inside, and he slams the door shut, takes his key, locks it, and then there's actually like 2 wooden plank barricades, like door bars that he slams down, and then goes and grabs a chair from the corner and sticks it under the doorknob and says, I think we're safe for the moment. And I think that's probably a pretty good place to end it right there for now.
Yep.
All right. Well, that was fun.
That went a lot better than I thought it would.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Dungeons and Debacles podcast. If I could ask a halfling-sized favor, give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It's the best way to support us. New episodes come out every Monday, so make sure to check your podcast app. Do you have an idea to make the podcast better? Tell us about it on Twitter or Facebook. You can also check out our website to see all the maps, lore, and characters at dungeonsanddebaclespodcast.com. And now a word from our fantasy sponsor. Do you want to make more gold? Of course, we all do. Find out how easy it is to do with your Journeyman certification with the Carly Institute Correspondence School. You can train for a new trade without setting foot in a classroom. Choose from any of these courses: livery, weapon and armor repair, Bowery Fletcher, leather tanning, blacksmithing, child daycare, cart management, bookkeeping, law assistant, dentist, bloodletting, and inn management. Or get your specialized degree in arcana, alchemy, herbalism, or cartography. Compare your current salary with the gold you could be making in any one of these careers. Send a raven to Carly Vocational Correspondence School to start your quest for a better life. The music you heard on this episode was Unholy Night, Failing Defense, and Five Armies by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. CreativeCommons.org/licenses/by/3.0.
You know, if we really wanted to destroy the fucking campaign, we could just turn it back into an evil campaign and just kill the whole city.
No, we're not doing that.
I will not do that. Otherwise, I already would have suggested burning the house down.
Well, I mean, don't drop the option just yet.
Yes, mayor of the next town over. The entire town just came down with a virus and started attacking us, so we murdered the entire town.
Now, hold on, that place burned itself down.
No, I didn't mean burn the entire place down. I meant, like, the justification for killing the entire village.
Well, we're the Vanguard. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Basically. We have basically diplomatic immunity, right?
I'm not sure that's true, but it's close enough.
Yeah, we have a lot of gray area. This is great.
But I think Captain Leandre would stop us from going that extreme.
What would I do?
Nothing.
He would stop us from
Stop them
massacring the
from having
town.
fun.
I mean, to be fair, the only person who's killed anything is me.
That's true.
But you didn't have an option with a ranged weapon. That's why I've been in fisticuffs. I wonder how my boy Sam's doing. I wonder if he's dead right now. Sam was a good guy. I've only known Sam for 5 minutes, but if anything happened to Sam, I would kill everybody in this room and then myself. Oh yeah, and how long are we gonna go with the racist cat motifs?
As
Forever.
long as there are cat people, there will be racist cat motifs.
Damn cat people. They ruin cat people. You cat people sure are contentious people. You've just made an enemy for life.
God, how did that become such a classic, like, scene?
Because it applies to so many different things.
All right, I'm
I've
back.
seen one. Welcome back. Yeah, I've seen one for Dwemer in Morrowind. I think it was Morrowind where they had like the whole demigod thing, and like the demigod gained the demigod powers to kill the other demigods for revenge, which turned his race's skin gray, which caused the dark elves. It's like they're natural enemies, like Dwemer and high elves, or Dwemer and humans, or Dwemer and elves, or Dwemer or Hammerfell Dwemers. Damn Dwemer. They ruined Dwemers. You Dwemers sure are contentious people. You've just made an enemy for life.